Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Home of Politics. Feel very much welcomed. I appreciate your support in the growth of this channel. Continue subscribing, sharing, commenting, and let us grow together. Also, feel free to send me your opinions in the comment section. Enjoy watching. Ladies and gentlemen, the reshuffling of the cabinet secretaries yesterday by the President of Kenya was a commendable job, but left people amazed, and some of the people have a lot of questions targeting specific leaders in the reshuffling. We see some of the cabinet secretaries have been given positions that they had not been earlier, and it have left us wondering, but there is a big reason behind it. What might be the reason of reshuffling some of the cabinet secretaries, giving them new positions, new roles from what they have been holding previously? And why do you think this happened immediately after we see they are merely 1 year in their offices? For the case of Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, we see he had been given the role of cooperating and bringing together or coordinating all the CSS, being brought together, being their leader. Apart from that, this leader has been traveling outside Kenya, sent on missions to represent Kenya by the President of Kenya on several occasions. Ladies and gentlemen, this has given him a chance to secure his position as the Cabinet Secretary of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs. Right now, he is holding two positions, the Prime Cabinet Secretary and the Cabinet Secretary of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs. This is giving Musalia Mudavadi a very big opportunity to explore more and to draw more closer to power. Ladies and gentlemen, we know the Prime Cabinet Secretary, this office in question, have been having a lot of problem to do with the constitution and being illegal. That is according to how some of the people have been proposing it. Even the issue have been discussed very widely in the bipartisan talks, and this has just given Musalia Mudavadi another chance to become constitutional in that office, because he is now a cabinet secretary and the leader of the cabinet secretaries. Apart from that, he has been given other new roles that will give him a lot of opportunity in this government. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think President William Ruto decided to promote Musalia Mudavadi to become the CS of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, and adding him another extra duties on top of what he was holding? The first reason is President William Ruto is overprotecting Musalia Mudavadi and to make him more powerful and strong. This is because the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary have been having a lot of threats to do with its constitutionalism and how it is operating outside the law of Kenya. And giving him the position of the Cabinet Secretary of Foreign Affairs, this is to overprotect this office, to make this leader very powerful so that he can secure his chance in the office. Ladies and gentlemen, this is also to make Musalia Mudavadi to be more courageous and to have freedom in operating in Kenya, and to have a lot of opportunities. Considering now that Musalia Mudavadi have been traveling outside Kenya, he has been representing the nation sent by President William Ruto himself. He is very famous right now because he has been engaging in so many meetings and conferences on behalf of President William Ruto. And given the chance of the CS of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, this just suits him because he is well familiarized with the position that he has been added upon. And so the big reason behind him being given this office is to overprotect the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary and to fit in that office because he has been famous outside the nation because he has been going in several conferences on behalf of President William Ruto. My good people, another leader who has been caught in reshuffling, we see it is the former CS of Trade. This is CS Moseskuria, who have been moved to Ministry of Public Service, whereby he has been an eloquent leader who has been doing a lot of things, but he found himself in a crossroads when he disagreed with the public because of his utterances. And it led to so many doubts in his execution of duties in the office, to an extent that the public was demanding Moseskuria to be kicked out of this position, to resign, or to be denied this job. But something that is very funny enough, President William Ruto has ignored the issue of kicking him out of the job, but only to move him to another office where he can handle another duties different from what he has been doing. The reason behind him being transferred from one ministry to another, it is because earlier we saw the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua had come to rescue Moseskuria because people had overreacted so much on how he's handling himself. Now, the Deputy President said that Mount Kenya leadership is very much united, and he is waiting upon anyone who will touch on one Mount Kenya leader, and that will cause splitting of Kenya, because if you touch on one Mount Kenya leader, for example Moseskuria, you lose the whole of Mount Kenya. And this is the big fear that has been operating behind the president's mind of kicking out Moseskuria and losing the popularity in Mount Kenya politics. And so, to secure both sides to be a win-win situation, he just decided that Moseskuria will be transferred to another docket so that he can accommodate the influence of Mount Kenya region. And with that fear that had been with that warning that had been sounded by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, so the president had to accommodate all of these regions through just transferring Moseskuria from that docket to another docket, even if the public had demanded him to be kicked out. And so the fear that is operating in William Ruto's mind was to lose Moseskuria and to lose the influence of Mount Kenya. Another thing also, we see Moseskuria is another leader who is an eloquent person, and when you might give him that responsibility of talking on your behalf, that person can do it very, very well. And so, to be more specific, Moseskuria is another microphone that can be used during the 2027 campaign to campaign for President William Ruto. And so he is very much important and significant in this government, as much as he has been doing mistake here and there, and people wanted him to be chased out of the office. President William Ruto is just reserving this leader for future use, because he will be a very important person when it comes to the campaign period 2027, to campaign for this president again to go in the office. That is the reasons for reshuffling of this leader and also containing him in this office. And just in case Moseskuria or another leader from Mount Kenya can be touched, then the deputy president had just posed a threat of tampering with the unity of Mount Kenya. And that is why these leaders should be accommodated, all of them in the government. And another thing of reshuffling of these CSs, we see that there is issues that can be seen in a negative way and a positive way. But according to the office of Musalia Mudavadi, or the Prime Cabinet Secretary, there have been responsibilities that he had earlier assigned by the president to deputy president, and these have been taken away from the deputy president. Right now, they will be done by Musalia Mudavadi. And some of the roles or responsibilities include the engagement between international organizations and missions, government ministries, department, agencies, and the roles of foreign affairs ministries, to oversee the relationship of Kenya in relation to foreign missions and organizations. These are some of the responsibilities that had been given to Deputy President by the President in March this year 2023. But right now, it is not going to be done again by the Deputy President. Why do you think the President just decided to do this issue of exchanging roles? It is now clear that the President has shown the world that Rigathi Gachagua, despite Rigathi Gachagua being the second in command in Kenya, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi is more closer to power and powerful than people might imagine. And this is also to show Kenyans, the opposition, who are uncomfortable with the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, that the office is now constitutional, accepted, and there's nothing people can do about this office of Prime Cabinet Secretary. This is because the office in question is being headed by a cabinet secretary. Then there is nothing people can do about it, and the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary is now an office that cannot be touched in one way or another because it have been secured. I don't know what you think about this issue of transferring leadership roles from Deputy President to Mudavadi. What do you think about it? Send me your ideas in the comment section. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day.